think. Yo, it's a Thursday. If you can tell by the thumbnail, it's actually the mix zone tonight. We've got a game tomorrow, Friday night, so that's enhanced my whole weekend experience. And you should enhance it as well by watching Coleman on the Watchalong. We are here. We are in semi-full house today. Derbs, how are you, sir?
Do you know what? I'm in pretty good mood. Two good performances. Got a good point at Liverpool where everyone thought on this panel was a certain person thought we will get annihilated. We've got a good point. We've got a good result against Atletico Madrid last night. Very proud of the performance last night. The lads stood up. A little bit disappointed that we went out and really that tie was lost in the first 15 minutes with Kingsley. So overall, and I think we're going to beat Forest on Sunday. So overall, we ain't going down. We're staying up. I'm here to make Spurs great again. And that's what I tend to do. The mighty Tottenham are on the way back.
God bless you, Derbs, and the rum that you've just had.
We still haven't won yet, but we'll take a draw.
It'll come next season. Rebel, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Mr. B, and I want to personally thank Tottenham for not being shit against Liverpool because they pretty much guaranteed us Champions League football. Bless their little hearts, as they make their way to the Championship. God bless them. I wouldn't be taking any solace whatsoever in that Atletico Madrid result because you were beaten like government mules. You were already done out there. It was over. There was nothing to be gained from that match against Atleti. To be fair, the only decent-looking side in the Champions League is his lot, Tony's, at the moment from England. So, to be fair, let's call a spade, Derms. We thank you for your service, and we wish you well in the Champions League season. And I would like to say, where's that Tottenham fan that said we wouldn't be down there with you next season because looking at the table, we up there, you down there.
Derbs, I apologize. It started two minutes and 30 seconds into the show, Derm. Apologies. Yabba. Okay. Mix zone, Virgin, what's happening, man?
Yeah, I'm new to this. I am new to this. The rules are no holds barred, I heard. And I know that Tony has to have extra widescreen because his chest is swelling up right now with his team playing so well. And then you got poor Dermot up there, just talking for the sake of talking about the team, which is really sad. I mean, the demise of Spurs, man. I used to think back in the 80s, they used to say the top big five or the big six. And Tottenham were included in that because they won a couple of FA Cups. But it's getting to the stage now where you're thinking, nice stadium, nice shirts, nice fans. But beyond that, you ain't winning anything big, apart from the Europa League last season. But you need to start stepping up, Dermot, and represent. But one thing I rate about you're always here to represent for your club. And despite the misery that you're going through right now, we've been there, but we're on the up. And I will say this. My statement, here's my claim, and this is my claim for the show from the start of the show, and I dare anybody to prove me wrong. Man United are the best side in the league currently, and we are the most attractive footballing side in the league currently. Okay? That's just my statement. I'm putting out there as a claim. If you want to clash with that, there you go. Work with it, man. But that's my claim. Man United are the most attractive football club at the moment in the league. We play the best football, and the simple as that. And the league don't lie. Look how we've risen since Carrick's been there. Since the start of this year, this annual year, since January, I think we've been the best team in the league by far. And good on the eye candy for everyone. So that's my claim.
Okay. Can you not hear me? Is my mic all right?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Welcome, my brother Yabba. Long time.
Respect, Tony.
So your claim about being the most attractive. I remember back in the days when Arsenal was the most attractive team, but we just didn't win anything. So being attractive is good, but it's all about trying to win some silverwares. You know what I mean? Like, I tell you, it's so weird. Like, we would play beautiful football, and everybody's like, oh, you gotta have a bit of steel. You gotta win ugly. We're winning ugly now. Oh, you gotta play beautiful football. Like, it swings around about. I tell you, but being an Arsenal fan is it's quite great at this present time in life. Do you know what I mean? I watched us against Leverkusen, and I weren't nervous. I thought we'd win. I did think we'd win. You know, they're coming to our ground. We're confident. And that goal by Eze was just out of this world, mate. It was absolutely beautiful. He just smashed it. Do you know what I mean? And then, you know, to score the second as well. Like, I think we're doing well. I'm not one of these Arsenal fans that are going to say that we're going to win the quadruple, but I did say from the beginning of the season that we will win something. Do you remember that conversation, Mr. B? I said Arsenal are winning something this season. I said, I don't know what it is. And this is before anything, you know. This is at the start of the season, mate. Right? Even when Liverpool was 5 points ahead at one stage. Remember that? Do you know what I mean? But I did say we're going to win something, and I'm sticking by that. And again, I don't know what it is. Hopefully it's the Prem. It could be even the Champions League. Who knows? It could be starting on Sunday, the Carabao Cup. I don't know. But we're in a few competitions. We may not be playing the most attractive football, but I don't think any Arsenal fan cares if it goes in off the shoulder or the back of the neck or back. We don't. We just want 3 points. So going back to your initial question, Mr. B, I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I kind of thought you might have been. Look, we're all in the same boat, bar Derms at the moment. Happy with our team. Positive, although Derms is quite positive, like his team's actually winning games, which is weird. But we'll get on to your game in a bit, Derms. Right. It's going to be good to hear other fans' points of view, but United have been linked with Bruno Guimaraes. It wasn't somebody I expected us to be linked with, but I did say that Newcastle are going to have to sell players. Newcastle, and if they don't get into Europe, it's going to be, I think, 2 or 3 of their big boys are going to go. Tonali's already on the radar. What's the left winger there that plays for England? What's that boy there with the headband, man? Gordon. Yeah. Gordon, there's rumours that he's going to be gone. And then obviously there's rumours now that Guimaraes is gone. I'll put it out there now, Rebel. I would take Guimaraes and Baleba as my 2 central midfielders. And I would be more than happy to go into the season with that. I want to get your thoughts. Obviously, I'll get United boys' thoughts. Then I'll get the rivals' thoughts afterwards. And does it frighten you that we're going in for Bruno Guimaraes? I'm joking about the frightening part. I just want to hear your opinion on that, to be fair. Rebel, talk to me, man.
Yeah, Bruno Guimaraes obviously turns 29 in the summer. So there's potential to get 4 good years out of him. They're talking about 80 million euros. Which, let's be fair about it, it's chicken feed for a Premier League quality midfielder at this stage. Like Tony's seen it himself with the prices that players are commanding for transfers to Arsenal. Like Kai Havertz made an obscene amount of money when they bought him. So the price point is probably what it needs to be at. Can he fulfill the role that Casemiro is going to leave behind him? Well, Casemiro seems to think so. He's the one that actually said, go out and get Bruno Guimaraes to replace me. In terms of Baleba, I was obviously a big fan of what his engine and his capability was last season. Obviously, this season hasn't gone to plan for him. He hasn't had the same season as he did that brought him to a Moises Caicedo level transfer fee that Chelsea paid when they bought him from Brighton. Does that mean he's dead in the water? Absolutely not. you cannot get rid of skill. Like, his ability to play both directions is phenomenal. And if you're saying to me, we're going to go out there and spend 80% of our budget on those two players, I'm not going to cry about it, because you're getting one player that's at the top and peak of his game, and you're getting one that has the potential to be absolutely outstanding. So I'd be very pleased if we went in and robbed Bruno Guimaraes from the barcodes. The one small itty bitty problem I see is apparently Real Madrid are sniffing, and if they're sniffing, then we've got problems, because let's be fair, the lower Los Blancos is still very, very powerful.
Rebel MC, I hear you, man. Talk to me, Abba. Come on.
Just quickly, how old is Bruno Guimaraes?
I'm sure he's not 24.
In the comments, it said 24. That's confusing.
Yeah, he's 20. He's 29 or 28. Going to be 29. Yeah. But if we sign him,
I thought we were in for Tonali. I didn't know about it. Tonali's a bit younger. I know that. But what I'll say about Bruno is there's not many good players. And remember, I said a few months ago that when you pay £100 for £100 million, not £100, I wish. It's not the 50s. But when you pay £100 million for a top midfielder, you're probably getting good value for money. You can see that with Caicedo and Rice and Enzo Fernandes, quality players. They pay big money for, and you're gonna, once you go over that £100 million mark, you're getting quality. And I think with Bruno Guimaraes, he's one of them players in the league that I look at and say, yeah, really good player, really proven in the Prem. What I like about him more than anything is that he's got character. He's a leader. He's got that aggression. He's a bit nasty as well. I like to see that. These are attributes that if you haven't got that as a player, that little added bit of spice, you don't tend to get over the line. So I've been experienced and being a good player, but you've got to have character in the game. It's really important for the dressing room and for the fans as well. And if you've got that drive and that fire in you, and you've got the desire to play and win things like Bruno seems to demonstrate, that ticks my box big time. So didn't know we were in for him. Really, it's the first time I'm hearing it today, and kind of turned on by that, to be honest, man. It would be nice to have him at the club, despite the age. I don't think that makes a difference to me. He's got a lot of passion about his game, and that's the deciding factor for me. Quality plus passion equals a good player that we should definitely consider signing.
Steph's got one up here. Only Georgia I want is Elliot Anderson. Just get him at all costs, and he will become better than Declan Rice, and him and Kobe will be our midfield duo for years to come. The only thing with that, Steph, I think that City deal is done. I think the City deal is done. They move in silence and violence when they're ready, and they've been very quiet on this one. And our interest in him seems to have really, really filtered out. So I think he's on his way to City.
Before you go, move on to terms.
Yeah.
Because obviously we've got two London team representatives in the chat with us today in the panel. One for the red half, one for the white half. But the blue half are also looking like they could possibly miss out in Champions League football. And that means then that some of their star players are there for the taking. Is there a case
Enzo's already talking. Enzo's already talking, isn't he?
Yeah. Exactly. Is there a case to be made for going in and saying, look, we want Caicedo, and seeing if they blink, if you put the money down the table?
Rebel, where the hell did that come from?
I don't know.
I know Enzo was talking faff, but I've heard Caicedo say nothing. I don't think those. No
Champions League football next year. Like, we know Tottenham are going to get picked apart next season. Archie Gray's gone, Van der Ven is gone, Romero's gone. Like, they're going to be in full rebuild. And there's a lot of players that are coming towards the point in their career where they want to be in the top tier of football. They want to be in Champions League. And they don't care whether it's Arsenal knocking on the door, City knocking on the door. The teams that are in the Champions League in England are going to turn their heads.
Yeah. These players are mercenaries. They don't care. They got no loyalty. So it's true. If you was to table a bid for Caicedo, and who knows? You don't know. That's a shout, man.
So I wasn't even that wasn't even on my radar, to be fair. I take it Bruno G's not rocking your boat, Tony.
No, I think he's like what Yabba was saying. I think he's got a heart. He's a bit of a bastard. Do you know what I mean? You need them kind of players, them old school kind of aggressive, loves a challenge, can also put his foot. Do you know what I mean? Players that are up for it. He seems up for it. So I think no doubt he's a good player. He'll do well for you, like, if he was to go to United. Do you know what I mean? I can see him fitting in, especially if what's his name leaves as well. If he goes back, yeah. If he leaves, you know, I think he'll be a definite kind of a good replacement for him. He's the kind of player that United can do with, to be honest. You know, obviously for us, we're stacked in that position, so we're all right. We're not really looking for anybody to come in that position for us. But for yourselves, I think it'll be a good signing. But like Rebel said, you know what I mean? Can say that, like, I didn't look at it, I didn't see that. But knowing how Chelsea is and knowing that what kind of players they got mercenaries. They're not there for the shirt, they're there for the money. They don't care. They got no love. They're not fans of Chelsea. They're fans of the dollar bill. Do you know what I mean? A pound note, the yen, whatever you want to call it. And if you're getting in with a certain amount of money and they get a certain amount of money a month, and they're playing in the Champions League, I can see a couple of them bouncing again to United or wherever. You know, but yeah, I think he's a player that you lot possibly could do with, and it will take you lot fighting for the title again. I just hope for the days of the Arsenal and Man United. I miss those days. The Arsenal, Man United fighting for the title. I think those days were really good. There was that proper hatred with the players. Right now, I see players hugging before the match and shaking hands and all that bullshit. When we played,
I don't think it ever gets back to that again. I don't think it ever gets back to that level of dirt. Yeah. I mean, even Tottenham, don't ask about Guimaraes, but even the Tottenham Arsenal games, the rivalries with the fans, there's no rivalry with players. Same agents, go to the same clubs, probably go to the same clubs.
I agree, Mr. B. I mean, yeah, I agree. Look, you see the passion between me and Tony, and look, me and Tony are very passionate about our clubs. Of course we are. He's passionate about Arsenal. I'm passionate about Tottenham. To him, it's not such a rivalry. To me, it's a South London club that's infiltrated our area. But beside that, and that's the point I'm making, that fans, that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about passion. It's about supporting your football club. And players like Eze, or like who went to Arsenal, he's gone to his boyhood club. That's where he wanted to go. So there's no way he's going to come to us. But they do the mix in the same nightclubs, the same circles, probably someone that got the same agent. So it's not like it was in the old days. It's totally different landscape now. So I think I'd be very fearful of United if you go and get him. Because I think you bought well in the summer. I think you're one of the best teams in the last transfer window. And I think you may be again this year. So, do you know, and Arsenal just got to get what Arsenal got to do, just add one or two players. I don't think you have to add much more to that squad to continue your success, if I'm being honest. Maybe a better backup keeper, I think, for Raya. And I think probably a striker. If you got a striker and United do well in it, you could well see United-Arsenal rivalry again, fighting for the Premier League. I really do. I really do believe that.
I'll wait.
To be fair to Guimaraes, he's not a bad striker. I think next season, after his season in the Premier League, I think Sesko and Guimaraes, they're both two very good strikers, and I think they'll prove that next season. So I think this year you have to take it for what it is. It's acclimatizing season, and he's still done pretty well.
He is. And if we do get it over the line, the air of confidence that he's going to have moving into the next season as well. So I mean, he's going to want to show people what he's all about and things, you know. But I think Sesko's good. I might have taken a piss out of him, you know, when he didn't score, but there was always good. He was always going to score. Do you know what I mean? And you can see once he scored and once Carrick got him playing, he's a good striker. He's going to be banging in goals for you lot. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like you said, I think next season we'll see the best of both of them.
just got one from Mel. I'll call you Mel Small. Simon Casado only have more red cards than he would have got for Chelsea for those cheeky, tough challenges. Yeah, I understand it, but at the same time, we need a little bit of bite in our central midfield. I don't care who's doing the biting at the moment. We're going to lose 2 central midfielders, so we 100% need new coming in. Are you new to the madness? I see you actually watching us on the tube and not on the mobile. Thank you for that, guys. If you are new to the channel, just give us a like and give us a share. If not, just give us a share anyway. Let's have a look. Stuart is saying, United, Arsenal of Fergie Wenger era era. Nothing will beat that. Let's have a look. Hydro is saying next season we're doing the title charge in an Andy Tate voice. Just let this just let this season finish first. Let's get this season out of the way. That's done. Enzo Fernandes, we did touch on him just briefly. I think Chelsea are self-imploding at the moment. These players on the long contracts at the time, I think when they signed them, I think, you just think future, but footballers want to be happy, one, in the environment they're in. They want to be coached by managers who they respect to a certain extent. And they want to be in with the chance of winning trophies. Now, Chelsea, for whatever reason, got away with murder in regards to the charges. Yeah, they gave themselves up. But if the league had done it, then I believe they gave themselves up because the league would have found out anyway, so they jumped the gun. They were fined 10.7 million, which is a piece of piss for them.
To that, yeah. Mr. B? Can I add something to that? I was watching TalkSport this morning, well, when I was working on my own channel, and Simon Jordan was on there. I don't know if it was this morning or yesterday. And he was saying a lot of the Premier clubs are not happy with the punishment that has been given to Chelsea. A lot of them are not happy. It is horseshit. I mean, you look at the Man City thing as well. How long does it take somebody just to come up with a decision? And I think Chelsea, I think if you were to dig more, I don't know if people on the panel will agree, but if you were to dig more into the Chelsea thing, I think there's more in there. I think there's only tip of the iceberg of what clubs are doing. All clubs are doing. Especially Chelsea and especially pre-Abramovich. And I just think, and then look at Man City as well, I think the Premier League are pushing a lot of this under the carpet. I mean, it's a young league, but look how corrupt the Italian league got back in the 80s and 90s. I think the Premier League's going in that same direction if they're not very careful. They need to nip it now, but they're not. They're sweeping it under the carpet because it's all about the product. It's all about us being the best league in the world. Well, there's no point in having the best league in the world if half of your teams are breaking the rules and nothing's being done about it. If that was Tottenham, Man United, even Arsenal, the book would have been thrown at us. It would have been, we would have had points deductions, we would have had whatever. We would have had the toughest sanctions going. Just because it's Man City and Chelsea, nothing's done about it. And I think it's so wrong with the Premier League. They should have chucked the book at them. They broke the law. They should be punished fully. If that was any other club, then the book would have been thrown at them. Just because it's Man City and Chelsea, they get away with it. Money talks.
I don't know much about the finances or the deal. So they've committed some sort of offence, and they've been charged. And is the fine in line with the punishment according to the book?
No, so the fine may be, but they should have got.
So what people saying the punishment should be then? There should be some guidelines to say if you commit this offence, you get a punishment. Like, for example, you get relegated or you get points deducted.
Well, they've got they can't sign any youth players for 9 months or 12 months.
Is that, when did this come out? Sorry, is this new news?
Yeah, this is this week. Yeah, this is this week.
I had no idea. But do you remember they had the same thing when Frank Lampard came in? They weren't allowed to sign anybody. And they ended up
right, so this isn't what's the offense? So this isn't the first time they've done it. So basically, they Fuck. What did Chelsea do again?
I mean,
So-
this was the same thing we did in the 90s, and we got banned from the FA Cup, 12 points deductions, and a £500,000 fine.
But what
What
was
we
it?
did in
What
the
are we talking here? What's going on?
Paying agents, they were paying people off the
Okay.
books. They were doing
Right.
dodgy crap, which is, and that's the point I'm making, Yabba. If that was Man United, even Tony, if that was Arsenal, I'm not saying you would, but if it was Arsenal or us, the book would have been thrown at us.
Do you believe that,
Because
Dermot?
Well,
I do believe that. I do.
Can I
Money
point-
talks.
Can I point something out here?
Yeah,
What
maybe.
we're talking about here is a £10.75 million fine, and the suspension for the senior club has been deferred, and they have a 9-month academy breach. And the reason why they've been done is because Todd Bowley, when he was doing his due diligence of the books of Roman Abramovich, basically did a self-referral and confessed that he's found irregularities in his review and put him forward to the Premier League. So I'm presuming the reason why the main transfer ban has been suspended was because the club themselves stopped themselves in. In City's case, they tried to manipulate the books.
Right. Okay. But is the punishment in line with the crime?
I don't think so. I'll be honest. I don't. I think they've got. I personally think they've got away with murder. To be
Right.
fair, I think they've got away with murder. The fact that it's a fine and
Where's the
suspended.
money go? Where's that fine money go? Is it going to someone's kitty? The FA or the
We'll
Premier
go to
League?
the FA, but apparently
Yeah,
Chelsea
FA
aren't even going to be paying it. It's not coming out of Chelsea's pocket. It's coming out of the you know, the account that Abramovich, where they put the 2.3 whatever they is sitting in there. So that company is the one who's going to be paying the fine. It's Chelsea aren't even going to be paying it.
Yeah.
That's why I think there's a level of shitness going on. But look, I just wanted to get your points on the Chelsea debacle. To be fair, right? We've got a huge 18-pointer coming up. We're gonna get onto Arsenal City. I haven't forgotten about you, Tony. Don't worry. I'm not going to show you that level of disrespect. Spurs versus Forest. Terms, obviously, you've been bubbling on the mic right now. I know that obviously previously you had no reason to be confident. You got a draw against a Liverpool team that don't know what they're doing, to be fair. I would have liked you to got more out of the game just to put them more in the shit, but they didn't. You lot have got a massive game. Is Gibbs White going to come back to bite you on your ass? Has he gone? Debs!
Here, let me speak in Dermatese. So what we got to do is we're going to beat you the absolute crap out of him. We're going to get out 5 goals. We're going to get Carabao putting in 2 own goals. We'll probably end up there in the championship.
Debs, you better jump back on, mate. I have. Oh shit! Did he leave a message? Hold on a minute. No,
He's probably he probably just popped to, I don't know, to the loo or something. See what I mean? Like, his camera's he's still there, but he's just, yeah.
Okay, well, look, that question,
he's better.
Debs,
Yo,
what happened? You fall off the fucking chair?
no, I had to go and do something. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. I had a big speech. I've completely forgotten what I said to you now. You've got You've got a
Tottenham are the
big game.
greatest team in the world. Then you loved how we played last night. Yeah, I know. Thanks.
That's not quite what I said. What I did say is, you're now playing with a little bit of confidence.
Yeah.
It's Gibbs White and that failed bid gonna come back to bite you on your ass.
Hell no. Hell no. Why would Gibbs White come and bite us on the ass? They're coming to the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. They're coming to a team that's
you asked for a lot of the shit that you get, you know, Debs.
Yeah, but I'm never back my team to lose, so don't expect me to be anything else but who I am. I never back my team to lose. I'll always back my team to win.
Always, always, always.
Yeah.
So are you telling me if you're going out against prime Barcelona with that Tottenham, you're going to tell me that they would beat Prime Barcelona with Messi in his pomp.
Yeah, I never back my team to lose. Never.
Never. And then you understand why you get fired off on every week.
No,
You've got no level of realism.
Yeah, it's okay being a flip-flop, saying, oh, my team's going to lose this week. Oh, my team's going to win this week. Oh, my team's going to lose this week. I back my team no matter what. Good, bad, and the ugly. It's called supporting your football club. And you support them through thick and thin, through the crap and through the glory. You can't enjoy the glory if you didn't support them through the crap.
No doubt. But we all do that with our squads, but it's all about being a realist as well, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
I said we'd get a draw last week at Liverpool. I didn't back my team to lose.
Yeah, but you said you're going to win. I've known you. You're going to win every single game.
Yeah, because of course we are. We're bound to win sometime. We can't keep losing or drawing every week.
So, Derms, is your kind of rule of thumb, I'm going to be the broken clock that's right twice a day?
No, I look. I know a lot of people find this like being delusional or this is easy to bite back at, but I can never ever back my team to lose, never, because Tottenham Hotspur for me, even as shit as we are, even as crap as we are, and yes, I get frustrated with it. Yes, I get angry with the team. Yes, I get angry with the manager. But at the end of the day, it's a team I've supported since I was a wee kid. And nothing's ever going to change that for me. And I'm 49 and 50 next year. I'm not going to start being we're going to lose. That's being defeatist. You go into every game thinking you can win. And that's how I've always supported Tottenham.
Can I ask you this, Dermot? If myself and Tony and Yab and Mr. B went around the world and assembled the Avengers, basically the global 22, put the best 11 in football out on the field and the absolute Avengers on the bench that we could spring at any moment, are you telling me that you're going to sit there, hand on heart, chest puffed out, that yous are going to beat that team?
Yeah.
Sweet Lord.
Do you know what, Derms? I love your positivity. And before the stream, I'll be honest, I want you not to beat Forest. I expected you not to beat Forest. Now, after hearing that spiel, I hope they slap the shit out of me, bro. Honestly.
Where is it? Where's it being played?
It's at White Hart Lane. I mean, look, we've got it here.
We can't win a fucking game.
Spurs' home form is the worst in Europe.
Yeah, but also we're unbeaten. Actually, if you look at our home form in Europe, we're unbeaten in Europe in the last 25 games in Europe. We've got one of the best forms in Europe. In Europe.
It's a good job you're not playing. It's a good job you're playing Forest in the Premier League, isn't it?
Yeah, look, I think we can beat Forest. I think why I think we can beat Forest. We've got
sorry. Is this a yabberism? Or is this actually real? This
is real.
See,
I tell you why. They've played tonight. They've got to travel back from Denmark tomorrow, but we've had that extra day's rest. We were playing at home, so there wasn't much traveling involved. We've had a rest day today. We do a bit of light training tomorrow. Do a little bit light training Saturday. Prepare for the game. Forest have got to fly back. They won't be back to when? The early hours or late tonight. Then the players will be off tomorrow. They've got to travel all the way from Nottingham down to London and prepare for the game. We don't have to do that. It's in our favours. Yes, our home form is crap. Yes, we've had two great games where we've backed up the Liverpool game. My biggest fear is this team's mentality strong enough to put three good performances in a row, and that's what worries me. Because we did play well against Liverpool, and Liverpool could have won that game. They had enough chances to beat us, and I'm being honest, they did, and we fought, and we got what we deserved. Last night, I think we outplayed an Atletico Madrid side that probably was playing thinking we've won the tie. So they've went there with a little bit. If we get a draw, we're grand, we're through. We've got a 3-goal lead. So they've gone into that, and we've gone in full guns blazing. And I tell you, one player last night who really impressed me, and he has impressed me, is Archie Gray. He last night was fantastic. Archie Gray was. And so, look, it's all about confidence. We're building confidence into the game. If we beat Forest, then I think we've got a great chance of staying up. If we lose against Forest, then I think then we're going down. Because I cannot see where we're going to win our next game. Forest for me and West Ham kick off at the same time. So we could either end up being 3 points clear of the bottom 3 on Sunday by time Arsenal play Man City in the first of their chances to win the trophy, or we could be in the bottom 3 by the time that game kicks off. It's on a knife edge.
Can I ask you this? This bald fraud, are you honestly telling me that this
He's a gobshite?
Is a Premier League manager that can actually direct a team? Like, I don't think you could actually get Arsenal to play. I think he's fucking terrible. And Arsenal have a great squad.
Rebel, I just called him a gobshite. He's a gobshite.
But
He's a bald-headed gobshite. They should go back to Italy, wherever they found him. They found him in the same recycling bin they found Colo Morani. They're both in the recycling bin, sitting in there, had nothing to do, looking for somewhere to live. And it was the wrong decision. For me, they should have brought in somebody with experience of the Premier League, experience of managing Tottenham. A Tim Sherwood, a Harry Redknapp, though I didn't really want Harry, but Harry Redknapp, somebody like that knows the club, that knows what it's about. I think this decision was woeful by the board. I think they sacked Thomas Frank too late. And I think that just all pinning the hopes on bringing Poch back next summer. He is a gobshite, and the sooner he leaves my football club, the better, because I cannot stand him. He is an absolute fraud of football.
Can I ask you then, if you feel that way about the lad that's preparing your team, is seeing that team in training week in, week out, how can you be confident that you can get any results if you have absolutely no confidence in anything that's been done in the preparation?
Because I support the football club, not the manager. I support them. Players showed me last night what they can do. The players last night, I said, we're not listening to you. We're going to play in the Ange, and they're playing the Ange way last night. That's what they were doing. They're going back to how they played.
But you were playing against a team that mentally they're already through. So they're not
that's
going to
what
go
I did
into the
say
tackle.
that, Tony. I did actually say that, and I did say
Yeah.
I did. Well, look, I take the positive out of the negative. I took the positive out of the Liverpool game, and the positive of this game. I don't like the manager. I think he's useless. I don't think he plays a back 3. A back 3 does not work in the Premier League. Amaran did that with you lot for months and months and months. You know that as well as I do. He plays with a back 4, we'll get a result against Liverpool. We'll play with a back 4, we'll get a result against Atletico Madrid. We'll play with a back 4 against Forest, we'll win. We'll play with a back 3 against Forest, we'll lose.
I'll be honest with you.
I'll always back my team, Mr. B, to answer your question. And look, Pete, I know everyone can laugh at it, and I deserve the criticism I get from you guys. And I think it's right. I mean, you're right to do it. It's all banter. It's all about football banter, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. But I'm not going to sit here and say my team's shit and we're going to lose. I cannot do that. I refuse to do it, and I will never do it.
Dermot, I would have loved if you got Harry Redknapp back, because I'd have loved to see Nico Krancher, Peter Crouch, Robbie Keane, and all the boys coming back and getting the band back together and playing for Tottenham at 45 and 50 years of age, because that would have been absolute mint.
I tell you one thing, Rebel, Robbie Keane is actually, I think, in the running for the Tottenham job, and I would love Robbie Keane as a Spurs manager.
Even in the Championship?
No, I think Robbie Keane in the Championship will bring us back up if we go to the Championship.
Derms, if you go down to the Championship, I think you'd be so financially screwed. You're staying there.
You're done.
You're not coming back up for now. Not at all.
Oh, well. I will have the last laugh. Tottenham will stay in the Premier League. I'm going to have the last laugh at the end of the season.
You know what? I'll be honest, Terms. If Tottenham stay up, you're going to be shit next season again. And if you're
I
in the
know.
championship, it's banter for 50 games. So
I know.
whichever way it works, you're not going to spend the money to push on as much
we're
as the
not.
club
And I
might
agree
want to
with
say. And even if you do, it's going to be signing players like Gallagher on 240 grand a week.
Wow.
Yeah, but you've seen him, right? You've seen what he's been doing at Tottenham, and this is the guy that you were saying that you wouldn't mind getting at our club.
No, can I just say
Just
on
runs.
that? I say on that. That manager's been playing him on the right wing. He's a central midfielder, and we've been playing him on the right wing.
He's not. He's
Right
probably
wing.
doing a better job in central. He's probably
Tudor
doing a better
against
job in
Fulham.
central
thought you
midfield.
said
Yeah, but that is
How's he
that
play
is
back
true as
three
God.
then? I haven't even watched Tottenham, but how does he play if he's playing a back three? How do you get a right winger
He's played
into
it with he done it with Romero, Van der Ven, and Palunia. He done it with Dragidsson, Danso, and Van der Ven.
Oh no,
He's
but
then
where's
done
he
it-
playing? Gallagher's playing right wing.
Yeah,
What's how do you
against
set up?
Fulham, he was played in the right wing.
So
he
three
played
at the
Porro
back,
as a right
two
centre
wing
back.
backs.
Yeah.
Then what?
Then that's what he did.
Yeah,
That's
right. So
what
you
he
got
did.
three
Against-
centre backs. You got three centre backs,
Yeah.
two wing backs,
Yeah.
three centre midfielders, and where's Gallagher?
It's a 3-4-3 he plays. That's what he plays, a 3-4-3.
Oh right, okay.
Can I make, in the words of Paul Heyman, a spoiler,
Tony's
not a
loving this.
prediction? If Hughes goes down to that championship,
Yeah.
your stadium is going to be the first NFL franchise in Europe, and Tottenham are going to be playing rent to play in another pitch. Ye will be done out there. You will not be in that state-of-the-art stadium. It will be for American football only.
And Beyonce.
And you'll probably be having to sublease Millwall's ground or somebody's, or maybe share with West Ham.
I'm going to have the last laugh. At the end of the day, I will have the last laugh.
Derbs, you won't. You see, as I said, I had a whole different opinion on the whole Tottenham thing, and just coming on there listening to you, I just think, you know what, just fucking get relegated. Not because of any hatred towards you, but just because you're so blinded by the fact that this game, I fancy for us to win. I want to get a couple of score predictions from you guys as well. Okay, Tottenham can get knocked out of a cup after winning a game. There you go, there. And that sums up you guys in a nutshell. You won the game that didn't matter. This game matters.
It was all about confidence. Going into Sunday, it's about confidence, and it's a game we will win. It's a game we're going to win. It's a game that if we win that game, that is the game. And I said it after Liverpool. We are staying up. I said it after the Liverpool game. We are staying up.
So when you lose the game, are you then going to say that you're going to go down, or are you still going to say you're staying up?
Still going to stay up.
Fucking hell, damn it. With that,
you said about 5 minutes ago, if you lose, you're going down. You said that.
Yeah, look, if we lose, let me rephrase it properly. We're not going down. I'm back on my team. Stay up.
If we lose, see what this? You see this? This is a flip flop. Flip flop, Derbs. Flip flop, Derbs. Come on, Derbs. Talk to me. Come on.
Why do I commit myself to this bullying every week? If it's not from him down below in South London there, grinning there he reminds me of the Cheshire Cat I used to watch as a 1980s cartoon, sitting there with his perfect smile and his perfect teeth, his perfect skin.
Did you say perfect?
He looks like a model from the. It looks like he should be modeling Arsenal kits. He's sitting there just enjoying this.
This is the winner's life.
I'm just listening because I can't get involved in talks about relegation. I don't know what that means. I'm just a bystander. I'm just observing it. I don't know.
Do you know what? I'm getting Oldham vibes again, Mr. B. Do you remember back in the day we had to beat Oldham to stay in the Premier League on the Rosie? Do you remember we had to go up there?
Did it get? You need to talk to Yabba. He's the historian.
But you know what? I think, all jokes aside, I can't see Spurs going down. I just like the fact
Thank you,
that they're
Tony.
thinking about.
Thank you.
I just like the fact that they think that they might. It's the not knowing. That's what I'm enjoying. That the not knowing. But it's gonna get to a point. We know that they're gonna pull out.
It's
They're
going
gonna
to
do
the last
something.
game of the season, Tony. I'm telling you now, it's going to the last game of the season. It will do. We'll have to get something out of Chelsea or Everton to stay up.
I was surprised.
If you have to get something out of Chelsea, you can forget it because they're not going to give you nothing.
You know, I was surprised with the result. I thought Tottenham would have went to Anfield and got smashed. I didn't think I said about 3 or 4. I was surprised you got the draw. I was quite shocked of that draw. And when I saw that, I thought, they're not gonna go down.
They're gonna be all right.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right.
You know, at this stage of the season, like you got teams battling for things. If you've got motivation to win something, desperation to stay up, these are the teams that you should be betting on. And this is a massive game against Forest, obviously. And obviously, at the top end of the pitch of the table, last week, Man United had Villa. That was a big game, and we sort of stood up and got the 3 points. It's just mid-table teams. They've got nothing to play for, no motivation. Everyone needs motivation to do whatever you're doing, even daily events, even at work. You need to be motivated to go and do your job. But Tottenham have got motivation, and I must admit, I've been listening to you, and there's still a bit of a flame there, flickering. And you have got a bit of motivation to stay up. You've got your pride to play for. And you saw the reaction when Pigeon scored that equaliser against Liverpool the other day. That gave momentum, led into the weekday game against Atletico Madrid. So I understand, you've got a bit of momentum now, and you've got to be fighting to stay up and celebrating to stay up. And that's what the fans are going for. You always need motivation. If you're sitting in the mid-table, you've got nothing to play for. We got Bournemouth this weekend. They've drawn numerous amount of games. They've just gone off the boil, and they're a good side. But you can tell, no matter what you do at this situation, when you've got nothing to go for, nothing to play for, you're not motivated. So I back teams that got something to play for, got motivation, and I think Spurs and Forest are both going to that game. It's going to be really exciting. Both going to that game with something to play for. Their lives, their players know that if they get relegated, they're going to pay cuts and embarrassment, all that kind of thing. And that's going to be one hell of a game.
I get you, but then we played against Everton and we only scored in the last couple of minutes, and they haven't really got anything to play for. But they were up for it. They were very solid. They were committed. Do you know what I mean? But I do get what you're saying. When you are playing a team that it's not about European football, it's not really about anything else. They've just got a match to play. The lack of motivation could be there, but again, you get teams that just don't want to lose and or want to make a point for some reason, or want to try to make a dent. And I think Everton, when we played them, they wanted to make a dent, but then we brought on that absolutely fantastic wonder kid, Max Dowman, who I've been going about for years. Going on about this kid for years.
I must admit, Tony mentioned about 2-3 years ago. Tony was talking about Max Dowman, whatever, and I was like, "Who are you on about? What are you on about now?" Yeah, now he looks like a prophet.
He's next in coming, isn't he? Yeah, but the goal he scored against Everton, what a goal!
Fair play. And you know what it is as well. What a goal! The thing about that as well is like there was a lot of pressure. There was a lot of anxiety in the stadium. We had to win we had to win that match, and he came on and done that. Cross to Yorkers, and then he scored. It's just he didn't care. He's fearless, and that's what I like. And that's how he's grown. He's grown fearless. He's always played a couple of years above, and he's got that kind of knack. I think him and that Rio kid from Liverpool. We got some good youngsters coming up. I just hope.
And look out for JJ as well. I know that's a biased one, but we've got a little Scarlet as well. Yeah, we've got a little guy.
No, that's good. I love seeing these youngsters break through. I don't care what team they're from. I love seeing my son plays grassroots football, and I love going down and seeing these 7-8-year-old kids playing around and just wondering one of these kids might even. Do you know what I mean? Like I like seeing that, and I just hope these kids keep their head down and just avoid injuries and just keep at it. And like I said, Max, he's a gem that we've got. We've got a few, but Max is special. I'm not just saying that because he plays for Arsenal. I'm just saying that he's very special, and that's all I'm saying. You'll see more about this kid. Like you'll hear.
Can I just ask Tony? You're more qualified to talk about him. What's his best position?
I'm not sure. He's good on the wing, but he's also good attacking mid. So it's either the wing or attacking mid. He does like the wing. He's played a lot at youth level that on the wing, but I think attacking mid. But his kind of schooling has been different. Like he's a multi-millionaire. His dad's a multi-millionaire, so he's always had proper. Yeah, always had proper schooling, like proper.
Yeah, so he's had. Right, that's the part I was going to ask. Is I understand his natural ability. Obviously, he had the natural ability.
Yeah,
but that one-to-one training that he had early is probably what set him above, the rest of his peers. If you look, the fact that he's. I mean, listen, you want to play football. It doesn't matter how you get there. I'm not going to say. I'm not saying to you, it was a golden spoon. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, do you think it's good to be able to have that level of training so early?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, and I'm hearing now that his mum and dad have got the agents. You need the agents license, agency, like the agent's license. Obviously, they're going to manage their youth, innit? So I think that's somewhere where they've gone as well in regards to protecting. They're not making nobody else come on the outside and take the piss with them. It's like your guy, what's the other little youth there that went out? Is it Wanyeri? Yeah, his mum and dad have done the same. Is it his mum and dad have taken it? Listen, you have to protect your kids, man. This market is unscrupulous, so fair play.
When it comes to him as well, it's like, what was I going to say now? I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, he's had a different trajectory, different kind of coaching. Yes, it is natural talent as well, but he's also had that tuition. And, even when he was like 13, Real Madrid and Barcelona were sniffing around him at that age. They were I had a discussion with one of the guys in the Facebook group that we got. And he was like, what are you talking about? They can't be sniffing around. They're not going to sign. I didn't say they were going to sign him. I said they were sniffing around. And then it came out, I think it was last year, Barca or Real was looking at him. But I already knew that, do you know what I mean? Because of what they've seen, how natural he is. He doesn't have to do all them skills. It's just how he runs with the ball or whatever. But yeah, I think, we got a gem there. I think we definitely got a gem there. But talking about Sunday now, go on.
Can I ask you, Tony, you seem to have a conveyor belt of centre-backs because obviously we took one of them in Aiden Heaven to our team. But there's another one called Salmon coming through as well, but that looks like he's going to be equally as good. Yeah,
he does. To be honest, I don't know too much about him. I've seen him play. I don't know his background or where he's come from. I know he's from Haylen, which is 5 minutes down the road from me. I do love it. When I go down the road, I look and I see Haylen, and I'm with my son. I'm like, maybe one day. But yeah, he's from down the road. But yeah, he looks good. And to have Gabriel and Saliba, Mosquera, and even Hincapi there to kind of guide him and give him the grounding and stuff, which will definitely help his trajectory. And I think defensively, we are looking good. And I do really, one of my best defenders is Hincapi. I think he's absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? We've got good strength there in defense. But talking about Samson, yeah, like I said, I don't know. He does look good. He looks confident on the ball. But we just got to wait and see with these kids. And I just hope they keep their feet on the ground and don't get strayed or lose their focus or start to think more about money rather than the name on the back of the shirt, you know what I mean, and what you stand for and things like that. But I think with Arteta, he does keep our players grounded, so to speak. But yeah,
you mentioned
being an Arsenal fan.
Luis Munoz is from there as well, by all accounts. Another academy graduate.
Who?
Luis Munoz. He's another big attacking midfielder coming through your books. And he's from that Hale area as well. Yeah,
we've got a few players coming through. I do like what we're doing, and we just need to just lift something at the end of the season. To be honest, we just need to. I just want that parade. I just want that parade. Like I walk down the Highbury, I'm like there, and I know where the parade will be if we get one. And I'm just visualizing red and white flags and. You know, all my sons have got their tops. My missus have got my top. I'm really looking at putting.
Where do you get your tops from, Tony?
Oh, get tops from We Love Sports.
What's that? What's We Love Sports?
We Love Sports is a shop where you could go get your kit, get your football kit, retro, get your tracksuits, get your NBA stuff. You know, there's a link in the there ain't no link in the bio, but there is Instagram behind.
Give it to us, and
TikTok.
I'll get it in. Because you know me, so I can cut and paste it. Don't give me nothing that I type, please, brother. Thank you.
Nah. We'll do that. But talking about Sunday, I don't want to keep going on, but I know you're going to talk about Sunday. You can talk about it now while we're on the topic of our.
Yeah. But basically, I wanted a score prediction from us, and then we're actually drifting on to the Arsenal. So rather than I don't get the score prediction, just remember where we are because it's Arsenal City next now. So I just want a score prediction for the Arsenal for the Spurs Forest game. I know what Derms is gonna go with already, but yeah, just random, just throw it out there. I'm gonna go. I did want a draw. I now want a Forest win. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Forest. Sorry, Derms, you changed my mind. I'll put it out there now.
I go next. Tottenham don't need to be worrying about Arsenal, Chelsea, Fulham, or Crystal Palace's London rivals. They need to focus on Millwall, QPR, and Watford. 1 Forest.
Yeah, I'm going to go Forest win away from home as well. I think Spurs' home form is terrible. And Forest got a great defence. Talking about defenders earlier, but their 2 centre-backs are beasts and they're really solid in that respect. So I think they can go there and be resilient enough and hit them and hurt them. So sorry, Dermot. I think Spurs are going to lose 1-0.
Tony?
I think because Forest are good. I remember they played against City, didn't they? And that guy, he done that defensive clearance. He was they got some good players, big players, strong players. I could see them. They might do a 2-1 Tottenham, but then I'll say 2-1. 2-1 Forest.
Everybody's going 2-1 Forest. Derms, come on, buck the trend. Derms, come on.
3-1 Spurs.
I love you, man. I see it down. Derms, I love you.
Why I say that? Forest have not been able to score. What's the stat that's going around? They've had sort of so many shots on target, they cannot score. And we showed the other night we can score. I'm telling you, we're beating them. And then once we beat them, all you lot can come back and apologise. You can come on there, you can get on your feet and apologise because I'm telling you now.
So if you lose,
you didn't apologise when you didn't beat us, though, did you? You didn't apologise when you didn't beat us, and you said you was going to win.
Why the hell would I apologise to you?
Right, exactly. But you want us to apologise to you, Derbs.
Yeah.
This is
Let me hit you with a bit of a truth bomb, Derms. In the last 3 Premier League games, the 3 that are taking place in March, you've scored 3 goals. You've conceded 6.
I know. We're feeding into a false sense of false security. We're making everyone think we're shit and we're not. We're winning 3-1. So I will come back. I said we would get a point at Liverpool, and we did. We won during the week. We're going to make it 3. We're going to make it 2 wins and 1 draw. Spurs are winning 3-1. Mark my words.
Is Vicario a world-class keeper?
Pardon?
Is Vicario a world-class keeper?
He's off to Italy, so I've been told. I've been told today, actually, that he could be off to Italy in the summer. He made a fantastic save last night, by the way. I don't know if any of you saw his save against Atletico.
Fair play. He's made 1 good save for the whole season. Fair play to him, man. He's faced 400 shots.
Look, we may not be blessed with keepers, but he's made howlers. I'll agree with that. But I still think he saved us, and he saved, like with Monaco away, he kept us in the game. He has kept us in some games this year. So
I hate to say it, Onana being up there.
I'm backing my team, always will. Tottenham to win 3-1.
Dems, I love you, man. I'll be in your chat. Don't worry. I'll be in your chat.
I know you will.
Yeah, that's all right. Expect it. You know what's coming.
You will be in. Colin will be in there trolling me somewhere along. I suppose Tony doesn't come in and troll me. And Yabba as well. Come in, make it a whole. Come the whole family in and join me. I still find it funny. Very quickly, Mr. B sent me a clip of me getting one of those YouTube. Do you know the things where Romero got sent off and Man United away? And I went, and my reaction was going up to it. He's not getting sent off. He's not. Bad end.
I'd be forever loving the fact that you had to chant "Glory, Glory, Man United" on your stream.
I know.
Life as a loser, innit, Chav? Singing other people's chants. Look,
Yeah.
we'll talk about losers. There's going to be one winner, one loser coming up on Sunday. First trophy of the season. Maybe it's the least favoured of the three that we can win domestically, but it's also the one that can kickstart your season and add that cherry on top of maybe a Premier League cake instead of having one you're walking out there with two. Before the final and up until the last couple of weeks, I thought City had a chance. At the moment now, I just see a mentality monster in Arsenal that I don't like. I'll be honest. I don't like seeing it. I don't like watching it. I think the squad now is smelling the running, and I think they're locked on and focused. I have no idea if you're favourite for the Carabao Cup, but I know you're favourites for the league. I know you're favourites for the Champions League. Favourites don't always win, but the fact that you're favourites is pissing me off. The fact that the club seem to have this inner desire to win at all costs, and it's pissing me off. I hate City, but I hate Arsenal more. I have no idea what Pep is doing at his club. Foden hasn't kicked a ball in months. Shirky's in and out, and Haaland has fallen off a cliff. I mean, if Haaland can fall, look, he's probably still on 55 goals for the season, but he's fallen off a cliff in regards to recently. I fancy an Arsenal win. I feel that Arsenal are going to win. I don't want it to be the cherry on your cake, but it could be the start of something really big for you guys. The league, I said to you, I think the league is sewn up now. The only hope maybe of denting that is a City win. If you go in and demolish them like I think that you will, then I think it's all she wrote, man. Pep may as well just give it up. We United may well finish second because I think they'll be done. The Champions League got demolished. They're out of two competitions in less than a week. I think they're stressing. I just want a couple of thoughts. You guys' thoughts on the Arsenal game. I'll start with you. Tony, we're gonna do you last because it's your team, and I think that you deserve that. That's your, Yabba. Arsenal City.
Yeah, really interesting game. I can never write off Pep. I think it's a one-game match, and I think like I said earlier, I keep talking about motivation, whether it's Bruno Guimaraes, whether it's Spurs or in relegation against Nottingham Forest. When you got something to play for, it's important. When you look at a player like Haaland, I was watching him getting kicked out of the Champions League the other day, and I think he's one of these guys who's got a big character, and he thinks he should be the man winning big major trophies, and he's done really well throughout his career. But I think he's going to go into this game saying, nah, we got to put a dent into Arsenal to show them that we've just had a few hiccups this season. We're not at the races, but we are still the team. And it's going to be that sort of game. It's going to be a game to sort of represent. And I wouldn't be surprised. This is what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if City go out there and beat Arsenal, because Arsenal's eyes are on the big prize, not a minor trophy. So I think City will win based on motivation again. It's a key factor for me. I keep saying it. We've been saying this all week, not just in football, but in work and other things. When I'm trying to encourage people to do better, you need to have motivation to do things, to get up and go. And I think City will want to sort of say, well, we beat you, And what was the stay humble? Was it he said that time to one of your players?
Yeah.
That's come back to haunt him. So I think he's got a big say in it. So I can imagine him doing really well in Wembley and making a statement, and that they could go away, walk away, say, right, we didn't win the league, but we did show that maybe, like I was saying at the start of the show, Man United are the best team in the league. Maybe they can show we weren't at the races, but we beat you when it really mattered. So I'm going for a City win.
For me, where the buck is for Arsenal at the moment, obviously the league title. That's probably number one item on the agenda. They're currently favourites in the order of betting for the Champions League. So that's probably second priority at this stage. In terms of the domestic cups, Guardiola is Mr. League Cup. He's won 4 of them. And out of all the City Arsenal games that could be played, I think this is the one that, as a fan base, the Arsenal fans are probably least concerned with. This is probably going to be the sting in the tail, the Pyrrhic victory that City fans would claim back in terms of the season that's been a disaster. The Cyborg has had not had his upgrade, obviously, because he hasn't found the net for God knows how long. They've had very strange purchases. Like, I get Semenyo next season, but because there's obviously going to be somebody like Ford and somebody's going to be disappearing next season. But like, Pep is probably leaving at the end of the season, and he's not going to want to go out with nothing. They're not going to win the Champions League. They're not winning the league. I think we'll all agree on that at this point in time. So the League Cup is probably the last real chance they have, because who knows what way things will go in the FA Cup for them. So I think out of all the games, you probably see City going 110%, whereas Arsenal might be kind of at 78%, because let's face it, it's bottom tier in terms of what's on the menu for Arsenal. City 2-1.
Dams. Is he silent again?
It doesn't just don't know what to say, does he?
I'm going to buck the trend. I'm
Come
going
on.
for Arsenal to win 2-1. I think, man, you talk about momentum, Yabba, and you're right about that. And I agree totally everything you've said. I think Arsenal have got a lot of momentum at the moment. They're a team that's firing. They're a team that know how to win. And I think to get Arsenal over the line, they're going to have to win this League Cup to give them the confidence they can go and win something. And I do feel that if Man City win, I go back to the year United did the treble. There was one game that changed everything for you, and it's that semi-final against Arsenal, where it changed everything for you. That's when you went on to win the treble. You won the FA Cup then. You beat Newcastle. You won the league. And then you won the Champions League. I think if Arsenal win this game, that will set them up with the confidence they can win something. They've got over the winning line. They know what it is to win now. And I just feel with what's happening with Pep, with Manchester City, and they've been the greatest Premier League side for the last few years. I think there's a lot of disarray behind the scenes. I think there's an argument between him and Haaland. I think they look disjointed. They don't look like a team that would put it together. I think Arsenal look more together. And I hate saying it, but I think they do. And I think the biggest player for you is Declan Rice. He will run that midfield. If Man City let Declan Rice any room in that midfield on Sunday, he'll win it for Arsenal. Arsenal 2-1.
Ross Clark. Tony, the floor is yours, sir.
I think Sunday will be an exciting match. Might be a bit cagey to begin with. City, 4 or 5 games ago, I had a lot of people saying to me, yeah, City's going to get on a run. They're just going to get on a run and just start winning everything. And when City starts, they're not going to stop. And I kept saying to them, this is not the same Manchester City as old. It's not the De Bruyne, the Mahrez. It's not that City. Do you know what I mean? This is a different City. It's not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? And do us Arsenal fans fear City? We don't fear City. We don't fear City at all. I think we've got confidence throughout our squad right now. There's a belief, there's a sense of belief, there's a sense of this is the season to win something, to lift something. Do you know what I mean? So we're going into that match confidence, and I don't think we've ever won the Carabao Cup. It's not, like Rebel said, it's not a cup that we look out to say we definitely want to win it, But we've got a chance to lift some silverware, and that could ignite us to go on and for more silverware, or we could lose it, and it could be a case where shit. Look, the fans are celebrating. The City fans are celebrating. They're lifting something. We're gonna have that, and that could give us even more motivation to go out there and win the Champions League, the league, and the FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? So either way the result turns on Sunday, we'll use it as fuel to go on to win. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe on Sunday we'll win. I think it will be about a 3-2 or a 2-1 to Arsenal. I can't see them scoring more than 2 goals if they do score against us. We don't fear Haaland. We've got players to deal with Haaland. Like Derm said, we've got Declan Rice in there that was going to be sweeping up things. And we've got that magician, Eze, who can just do whatever it just, you know what I mean? Just do something out of the blue, like what the heck, where did that come from, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So we've got players that can turn a match. And we're going in there confident. You know what I mean? We're going in there confident. We're going in there from a great win. We're going in there from looking great in the league. People are expecting us to crumble. I think the crumble was supposed to have started in December. Then that crumble got put in the fridge and then taken out and said, "Oh, your crumble starts in January." And January's coming. We're still looking for the crumble. You know, we're still looking for it. So I don't. And it's so funny as well that yes, we came fourth how many times in a row, but it's not. I mean, second, like 4 years in a row, but it's not easy to come second 4 years in a row. So you've got to consistently be fighting. People look at that and start dissing it, but they didn't really look at it from a different angle. You have to consistently be good to be fighting to become second in the top. You got to be good. And my narrative this season was, when is the bottle talk gonna stop? Maybe this season. Maybe the bottling talk next season. If it stops, then what is the new narrative then? What's it gonna be? Oh, you only won 1 cup. You was in 4 cups. Is that what it's gonna be? Do you know what I mean? What's gonna be the new talk? But again, not getting ahead of myself. We've got a match on Sunday. It's not a guaranteed win, but we got confidence within our squad to go out there and to show City. And like I said, if we don't win and we look at them celebrate, he may use it as fuel to go out there and win what's left on the table. Do you know what I mean? So either way, I think the result on Sunday is going to spur us on to finish the season with something. As I said from the beginning of the season, we're going to be lifting something.
Tony, can I ask you though? Obviously, the League Cup, you've obviously diluted the starting lineup a bit in order to kind of keep things fresh. You've used Kepa in goal. You've used a few of the players that wouldn't feature in your starting 11 normally. Could the temptation be there to kind of, given the bigger prizes that are on the table for you, to kind of continue in that vein because it is a lower priority?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah. I can't see them playing a full squad. I like our strongest. No.
So what? Raya doesn't play?
No. And to be honest, I like Kepa. Kepa's not a bad keeper. People think, Kepa is a good keeper. No. I'm not disputing the fact. Yeah. But you think that he's going to continue playing? Yeah. He's got faith in those players.
Okay, fair enough. If he does that,
yeah.
I will give him. I understand why as a manager.
Yeah.
But that the same way it can be the start of something great for you guys, it could be the start of something shit if the lesser players come in and honest, Kepa comes in and makes a clanger and costs you lot the game. All right, Kepa don't play again for the rest of the season, but yo, Brenny, what's happening, brother? I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well. Long time no see, man.
But it'll be unfair. It will be unfair to take off the players that got us to the final just because it's a final. No, he's got faith in the players that will play. Our second string is not that bad. We'll beat Spurs. Our second string. We will beat Spurs. We got Kepa's a better keeper than both of these keepers put together. Do you know what I mean? Mosquera, fantastic at the back. Do you know what I mean? What he plays Lewis Skelly instead of Calafroy, or he plays Calafroy instead of Hencapi. Do you get what I'm saying? we still got players. He starts Martinelli instead of starting Trossard. He starts Havertz instead of starting Gokhan. Do you know what I mean? We've still got a good second string players. Do you know what I mean? That could start and actually can get a point. Obviously, we'll have stronger players on the bench. Maybe the 60th minute or the 70th minute, he wants to change up things. He brings on new players. But to start with our strongest, no, I can't see him doing that. I could be wrong, but I can't see him doing that. And like I said, I like Kepa. Kepa's not a bad keeper at all.
He's better than what Chelsea have left, by the way.
Pardon?
He's better than what Chelsea have left. Sanchez is crap.
I think so. Yeah, most definitely. He's a good keeper. It's just people ain't looking at him because of how much we paid for him. But you got to remember how much Chelsea paid for him. So, I mean, Chelsea paid a lot of money for him. We paid a little money for him. Everyone's thinking he's shit. It's ridiculous how money values the players that we, it's absolutely ridiculous. And that's what it is. If we spent 70, 80 million pounds on that keeper, people are like, oh yeah, but he's on the bench. Why is he on the bench? No one ain't talking about Kepa because he spent £5 million on him. Well, like I said, how much did Chelsea pay for him? Do you know what I mean? So going back to your question, no, we're gonna pay the team that got us to the final. We're not gonna change that. I think we bang out of order. Personally.
Okay, and with your weakened team, what are you feeling?
I think it will be a 3-2 to us, or it could be a 2-1. I don't know. It could be 2-2 goal extra time, and it's a penalty shootout. But I can't see them scoring more than 2 goals against us. I can't see. I don't. It's very rare that we get 3 goals against us. It's very, very, very rare. I think. When we played you lot, did you not score 3 against us?
Yeah, we beat you 3-2.
Right. I think that's the only time that we've conceded 3, or one of the only times. But you know what I mean?
Well, if they beat you, make it be 2-1. Let us be the only team that scored 3 against you for the season. Yeah. Score prediction: Rebel, Yaba, and Derms before we say goodnight.
I already gave 2-1 to City because I think the bigger picture for Arsenal is Premier League number 1. Get as far as they can in the Champions League because they probably are one of the few teams in London now bar Spurs that haven't won the Champions League. So I think they have the 2 priorities, and I don't think they'll care about the League Cup. And Pep is going to want to leave City with a trophy, and this is his best chance to do so now. It's his only chance to do so now.
You're saying leave City with a trophy. You think he's gone at the end of the season, do you?
I think it's over. Pep's leaving.
Do you think, quick question, do you think they're going to get the charges like a verdict next season for the 150
it's
charges
disgusting.
that they've got?
I don't think they're ever going to get them. I think they just want us all to forget.
They're getting a transfer.
Stupid.
100%.
Yeah, but transfer ban nothing. That's probably why they're buying all these fucking players.
And
I think they'll get points docked. They'll get points docked as well.
Yeah, they'll probably get about 30 points down.
Yeah.
And that means next season they're nothing.
I bet they don't. So you reckon the points are going to be from the start of next season?
Yeah, because let's be fair about it. At the end of the day, if it's levied this season and there's teams that go down that shouldn't have gone down because of it, there's teams that should have been in Europe that weren't in Europe because of it, it's going to cause absolute bedlam in the Premier League and litigation and crap. So these are to go clean next season. Out the gate, minus 30, and do what you will, lads. I
think they should give a minus 60 personally, but who knows? Who knows? They'll probably still finish above Tottenham with that. Can I have a score prediction from you, Derms, for the final before we depart?
You did say 2-1.
You did say 2-1 or 2-2.
Hang on, here we're going that and that. Right, sorry. I'm still going to stick to my prediction, 2-1 Arsenal. I just think there's too much disarray in the Man City side. I do agree with Rebel that I think they will start next season with a point deduction. I think it's going to be 60 points, Mr. B. I agree with you. I think they're going to have to be harsh on Arsenal. But for me, I think there's too much disarray. If Pep is leaving at the end of the season, then the players are really not playing for him. They're playing for themselves. You look at the both squads, Arsenal's a tighter unit. Man City are sort of playing for themselves. The star striker's not scoring. Yeah, for me, it's going to be Arsenal. And that's all they're going to win because they ain't win the league either. I think they've fluffed that up. No, seriously, I think Arsenal to win 2-1 and Arsenal to do the treble this season.
Shit. Yeah, the depression's kicking in already just thinking about it.
Do you know what? I don't care.
God.
If Arsenal win the league, I don't rarely care. It's going
As
to
long as
bother
you
me
stay
for
up.
one day and one day only, and then I get on with my summer content and start for next season. They won the league because they were the best team in the league. They deserve to win it.
You don't live in London. Do you live in London?
You go down.
No, I live in Ireland.
In Ireland.
Okay, so that's why it'll bother you for one day. If you lived in London, it wouldn't bother you for one day.
Listen, it cannot. Derbs, it's gonna be all. Okay. Anyway, look, we'll leave it there because I can feel the depression coming in already because I think you are gonna win the first one of the season. Well, guys, look, if you are new to the mix zone, we are normally on a Friday. The regulars, to be fair, Derms and what the fuck are those?
Ooh.
Those would be the Man United Agenda Shopify. It's still currently in development, but we will have hoodies and t-shirts available to all those that are watching. Coming soon, the Cunha dance.
Yeah, as long as I can get that on a hoodie, then I'm fine, innit? Yeah, I'll take the Cunha dance on a hoodie. Okay. Well, we need to get the Shopify up and running. We're showing it to people and they can't even go and purchase them. So, all right.
I
We'll
will
take
drop
that
the link in the chat as well for people, just so that they can bookmark it for later.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure you can bookmark. I don't know how you can book. Anyway, look, it's on there anyway. They can sort that out. Right, guys. Little advertising spiel that just went on there. We will be back tomorrow. Colm will be doing the evening watch. What the fuck is all of that? Ooh.
Oops.
I like that. I don't know what you've done, but yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, sorry. With that, Colm has got the watch along tomorrow. We will have a reaction. God knows what time it's going to go on until, especially if it's a big result. We will be back on. Oh look, I don't know when we'll be back after Saturday, but look, hit your reaction, hit the notification bell. If you are new to it, as I said, give us a subscribe. If you have just started following us, just spread the word. So look, I'm going to say Tony, top left. Thank you very much. Shit. Anyway, you can tell about me, yeah. Top left, thank you very much. Derms, as always, man. My regulars in the house, thank you very much. If you are regular to the channel, Rebel and Yabba need no introduction. And obviously me with my big head in the middle. I'm digging this screen here, to be fair. I like it a lot.
This is what we will be using every mix zone now from now on. Betty will be using this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have to. You have to have 5 of us on, to be fair.
Actually, to be fair.
No, good. And that's what I like. It's about bloody time that there was a little bit of about time. Anyway, guys.
This is the truth.
For
it
now.
won't last long.
Guys, no. Guys, with that, please enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your Thursday. Be safe for Friday and join Colm on the watch along tomorrow night. We are out.